Welcome to the Indian Ocean. Where the water looks calm, but the story is not. Beneath this blue surface, rare species move along invisible migration highways. And along its shores, islands hide wonders most travelers never reach. But this ocean is changing fast, and every wave carries a warning. The Indian Ocean connects Africa, Asia, and island worlds in between. It shaped trade routes, coastal life, and some of Earth's richest coral habitats. Here, you can move from volcanic cliffs to quiet lagoons in a single day. And every stop reveals how nature, people, and the sea depend on each other. Before we explore the islands, here is a quick question for you. Which place is best known for the underwater waterfall optical illusion? Tell us your answer in the comments. If you enjoy clean, informative journeys like this, please support the channel. Liking and subscribing is completely free, but it helps creators more than you can imagine. And tell us in the comments, which ocean region should we explore next? Underwater waterfall, Mauritius. Just off the southwest coast of Mauritius, the ocean appears to fall into a deep abyss. From above, powerful currents pull sand and silt off the shallow Mascarene Plateau, creating a dramatic optical illusion. In reality, no water is falling. The effect is formed as sediments slide from waters around 150 meters/492 feet deep into depths beyond 4,000 meters/13,123 feet. This natural illusion is best viewed from the air, where shifting tones of turquoise and deep blue reveal the underwater shelf. Mauritius itself was formed by volcanic activity around 8 million years ago, giving the island a rugged and dynamic landscape. Nearby, Morne Brabant rises over 500 meters/1,640 feet above sea level. Its striking basalt cliffs dominate the peninsula and shape the dramatic coastal scenery. Boat tours operate in the surrounding lagoon, allowing visitors to witness the color contrasts up close. However, the true illusion remains most impressive from helicopter or seaplane perspectives. The calm lagoon waters nearby are ideal for swimming and snorkeling, while strong offshore currents require caution. This remarkable phenomenon is not just a visual marvel. It is a reminder of how geology, ocean currents, and light combine to create one of the Indian Ocean's most fascinating natural spectacles. Anse Source D Argent, Seychelles. On the island of La Digue, Anse Source D Argent unfolds like a natural sculpture gallery by the sea. Massive granite boulders shaped over millions of years rise dramatically from soft white sand. These ancient rocks create striking contrasts against the turquoise Indian Ocean. The beach lies within the historic L'Union estate, and visitors enter through a managed access point. Early mornings offer the quietest experience before day visitors arrive. A protective coral reef offshore keeps the lagoon shallow and calm. This makes the water ideal for swimming and gentle snorkeling. At low tide, intricate sand patterns and small tidal pools appear along the shore. At high tide, the lagoon deepens slightly, but remains generally safe for relaxed bathing. La Digue has a small population of around 3,000 residents. Bicycles are the main mode of transport, preserving the island's peaceful rhythm. Nearby local eateries serve Creole dishes such as grilled fish and coconut-based curries. Fishing and small-scale tourism support the local economy. Anse Source D Argent is often cited among the world's most photographed beaches. Yet beyond the images, it offers a rare blend of geological drama and serene coastal beauty. Grand Anse Beach, Seychelles. On the western coast of MAHÉ Island, Grand Anse Beach stretches wide beneath open skies and rolling hills. This is one of the island's longest beaches, known for its expansive shoreline and raw coastal character. Golden sand meets deep blue water without the shelter of an offshore coral reef. Because there is no protective reef, waves here are stronger and more powerful. Swimming requires caution, especially during periods of rough sea conditions. The open coastline creates excellent conditions for bodyboarding and experienced surfers. Trade winds often shape the waves, adding energy to the shoreline. Behind the beach, lush granite hills rise sharply, framing the bay with dramatic scenery. Small local shops and modest guest houses sit nearby, supporting community-based tourism. MAHÉ is home to around 90% of Seychelles' population, making it the country's central hub. Yet, Grand Anse still feels spacious and less crowded than many resort-heavy areas. Sunsets here are particularly striking as the sun dips behind the hills. The combination of open ocean, sweeping sand, and natural backdrop gives Grand Anse a bold and untamed presence within Seychelles. Les Morne Brabant, Mauritius. Rising sharply from the southwestern tip of Mauritius, Les Morne Brabant dominates the horizon with rugged basalt cliffs. This dramatic mountain stands about 556 meters / 1,824 feet above sea level. Its isolated position creates one of the island's most recognizable coastal landmarks. Formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago, the mountain reflects Mauritius's dynamic geological origins. The surrounding peninsula is bordered by turquoise lagoons and coral reefs. Le Morne is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its cultural and historical importance. In the 18th and early 19th centuries, it served as a refuge for escaped enslaved people. The marked hiking trail leads to a lower summit viewpoint with sweeping ocean views. Some sections are steep and require careful footing, especially near rocky edges. Early morning hikes are recommended due to strong sun exposure later in the day. Weather conditions should always be checked before attempting the climb. Below the mountain, the lagoon is popular for kite surfing and paddle activities. The steady trade winds create favorable conditions for water sports. From the summit, the view stretches across reef lines and open ocean. Le Morne Brabant stands not only as a natural marvel, but as a powerful symbol rooted in Mauritius' layered past. THODDOO, Maldives. Located in Alif Atoll, about 67 kilometers/42 miles west of Malé, THODDOO stretches long and narrow across the Indian Ocean. The island measures nearly 2 kilometers/1.2 miles in length and about 1 kilometer/0.6 miles in width. It is known for its fertile soil, rare among Maldivian islands. Unlike many islands focused only on tourism, THODDOO is a major agricultural hub. Watermelon, papaya, banana, and coconut farming support much of the local economy. The island has a population of around 2,000 residents. Fishing and agriculture remain the backbone of daily life. THODDOO's designated Bikini Beach offers soft white sand and calm turquoise waters. A nearby house reef provides good snorkeling conditions with colorful reef fish. Strong currents can appear beyond the reef, so caution is advised when swimming far offshore. Wide sandy paths and palm groves give the island an open and spacious feel. Guest houses and small cafes serve fresh seafood and tropical fruit-based dishes. THODDOO blends authentic local life with growing community-based tourism. It offers a balanced Maldivian experience where farmland, lagoon, and village life coexist naturally. Mnemba Island, Tanzania. Just 3 kilometers/1.8 miles off the northeast coast of Unguja, Mnemba Island rests quietly within the Zanzibar archipelago. This small private island measures about 500 meters/1,640 feet in diameter. Its size may be modest, but its marine environment is exceptional. Mnemba is surrounded by a coral atoll stretching roughly 7 kilometers by 4 kilometers. These protected waters form part of a designated marine conservation area. The reefs support vibrant coral systems and abundant tropical fish species. Dolphins are frequently spotted offshore in the early morning hours. Snorkeling and scuba diving are the main attractions here. Underwater visibility often reaches 15 meters/49 feet or more in clear conditions. Only a limited number of guests stay on the island at any time. This controlled access helps protect the fragile ecosystem. The beaches feature powdery white sand framed by casuarina and palm trees. Sea turtles occasionally nest along the quiet shoreline. Boat transfers from Zanzibar's main island take around 20 to 30 minutes. Mnemba offers a rare combination of seclusion and ecological richness. It stands as one of the Indian Ocean's most exclusive and carefully preserved marine sanctuaries. MAHÉ, Seychelles. MAHÉ rises from the Indian Ocean with dramatic granite peaks and sweeping coastal bays. It is the largest island in Seychelles and home to about 90% of the country's population. The island stretches roughly 28 kilometers/17 miles long and 8 kilometers/5 miles wide. A spine of lush mountains runs north to south across the island. Morne Seychellois reaches about 905 meters/2,969 feet, the highest point in the country. Victoria, one of the world's smallest capital cities, sits along the northeastern coast. It serves as the political and economic center of the archipelago. Northern MAHÉ is lively, with resorts, diving centers and popular beaches. The southern coast feels quieter, with secluded bays and winding coastal roads. Inland forests hide waterfalls, hiking trails, and endemic plant species. The island's granite formations create unique shorelines unlike coral-only islands. Fishing, tourism, and government services form the backbone of the economy. Local restaurants serve Creole cuisine featuring fresh fish, rice, and coconut flavors. Marine parks such as Sainte-Anne protect nearby islets and coral ecosystems. MAHÉ blends urban life, mountain wilderness and protected lagoons. It stands as the dynamic heart of Seychelles while preserving its natural island identity. KOGEL Bay, South Africa. Along South Africa's southern coastline, KOGEL Bay stretches between mountain slopes and the vast Indian Ocean. Located near the small town of Kleinmond in the Western Cape, this beach feels open and untamed. The shoreline forms part of the scenic Clarence Drive coastal route. The bay is framed by the Kogelberg mountain range, a UNESCO biosphere reserve. Steep cliffs and fynbos vegetation create a dramatic natural backdrop. The sandy beach extends for several kilometers, offering wide open space even during busy periods. Strong waves and rip currents are common, so swimming requires caution. The area is popular for surfing, long beach walks, and photography. During whale season, southern right whales are sometimes spotted offshore. A beachfront campsite provides simple facilities for travelers seeking a close-to-nature experience. Campers often enjoy sunrise views and the sound of waves at night. The nearby mountains offer hiking trails with panoramic ocean views. Wildlife such as baboons may appear in surrounding areas. KOGEL Bay combines rugged coastal beauty with ecological richness. It remains one of South Africa's most scenic and naturally preserved oceanfront escapes. Diani Beach, Kenya. Stretching along Kenya's southern coastline, Diani Beach unfolds as a long ribbon of white sand beside warm Indian Ocean waters. Located about 30 kilometers/19 miles south of Mombasa, it is easily reached by road and short ferry crossing. The beach extends for nearly 17 kilometers/10.5 miles along the coast. A protective offshore coral reef keeps much of the lagoon calm and shallow. At low tide, wide sand flats and tidal pools appear, ideal for gentle exploration. Snorkeling and diving reveal colorful reef fish, sea turtles, and coral gardens. Kite surfing and paddle activities are popular during steady coastal winds. fishing offshore target species such as tuna and dorado in deeper waters. Diani has grown into a well-developed coastal hub. Resorts, eco-lodges and local guest houses support tourism as a key economic driver. Swahili and East African influences shape the local culture and cuisine. Fresh seafood, coconut-based dishes, and tropical fruits are widely enjoyed. Nearby forests and mangroves add biodiversity beyond the shoreline. Diani Beach balances natural beauty with modern comfort. It stands as one of East Africa's most established and scenic Indian Ocean destinations. Eden Island, Seychelles. Just off the eastern coast of MAHÉ, Eden Island rises as a modern marina development built on reclaimed land. Covering about 56 hectares/138 acres, this artificial island stands near Victoria, the capital of Seychelles. It is connected to MAHÉ by a short bridge, making access simple and direct. The project was developed as a large public-private partnership, attracting significant foreign investment. Luxury residences, private villas, and waterfront apartments define its skyline. Internal waterways and small harbors create a layout inspired by traditional coastal villages. Yachts line the marina, reinforcing its identity as a premium oceanfront address. Architecture blends French, Victorian, and Indian influences with modern tropical design. Wide verandas and natural ventilation reflect adaptation to the island climate. Eden Plaza offers restaurants, boutiques, and essential services for residents and visitors. The marina supports boating, fishing charters, and island hopping excursions. Tourism and real estate sales contribute strongly to the national economy. Properties are often sold in foreign currency, supporting Seychelles' financial sector. Landscaped green spaces and small beaches soften the urban atmosphere. Despite its contemporary appearance, ocean views remain central to every design element. Eden Island represents a different side of Seychelles. It blends luxury living with maritime culture in the heart of the Indian Ocean. FULIDHOO, Maldives. In Vavu Atoll, about 57 kilometers/35 miles south of Malé, FULIDHOO rests as a small and peaceful island community. The island measures roughly 700 meters/2,297 feet in length and 200 meters/656 feet in width. Its population is around 250 residents, preserving a close-knit village atmosphere. Traditional fishing remains the main source of income. Small-scale tourism has grown steadily in recent years. FULIDHOO is known for its large natural lagoon that serves as a safe harbor for boats. Clear, shallow waters make swimming comfortable near the shore. A designated bikini beach provides space for visitors while respecting local customs. House reefs nearby support snorkeling with reef fish and occasional reef sharks. Calm sea conditions are common, though currents can strengthen beyond the reef edge. The island is also known for traditional Bodu Beru drum performances. These cultural events reflect Maldivian heritage and community life. Palm trees and tropical vegetation cover much of the island's northern side. Simple sandy paths connect homes, guest houses, and the shoreline. Boat transfers from Malé take around 1.5 to 2 hours by speedboat. FULIDHOO offers a quiet alternative to resort islands. It combines marine beauty with authentic local culture in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Anse LAZIO, Seychelles. On the northwest coast of Praslin, Anse LAZIO opens into a wide crescent of golden sand and clear blue water. Granite boulders frame both ends of the beach, creating a natural boundary and dramatic scenery. The shoreline stretches for nearly 400 meters (1,312 feet) along calm turquoise waters. A coral reef lies offshore, offering some protection from strong ocean currents. Swimming is generally pleasant, though conditions can vary with seasonal winds. Snorkeling near the rocks reveals reef fish and patches of living coral. The water clarity often allows visibility beyond 10 meters/33 feet in good weather. Access is straightforward by car or taxi, with parking available near the beach entrance. Early arrival is recommended for a quieter experience. Small beachfront restaurants serve grilled seafood and Creole-style dishes. Tourism remains the primary economic activity supporting nearby communities. Praslin's population of around 8,000 residents maintains a relaxed island atmosphere. The surrounding hills add depth to the coastal landscape. Anse LAZIO is often cited among the world's finest beaches. Its balance of accessibility, natural granite formations, and calm lagoon waters makes it one of Seychelles' most iconic coastal settings. FUVAHMULAH Island, Maldives. Far in the southern Maldives, FUVAHMULAH stands alone in the open Indian Ocean. Unlike most Maldivian islands, it is not part of a ring-shaped atoll. It is often described as a one-island atoll, surrounded directly by deep ocean. The island stretches about 4.5 kilometers/2.8 miles in length and 1.2 kilometers/0.75 miles in width. Around 13,000 residents live across several connected neighborhoods. FUVAHMULAH is known for its fertile land and freshwater lakes. Agriculture supports crops such as mango, taro, coconut, and Maldivian red bananas. Tourism has grown in recent years, especially for advanced shark diving. Tiger sharks are frequently sighted in nearby deep waters. Unlike many lagoon islands, FUVAHMULAH has dramatic drop-offs close to shore. This creates strong currents and world-class diving conditions for experienced divers. Fishing and farming remain central to the local economy. Guest houses and small cafes serve fresh tuna dishes and traditional Maldivian cuisine. Historic sites and local traditions reflect a strong community identity. FUVAHMULAH offers a rare blend of agriculture, marine intensity, and cultural authenticity. It stands apart within the Maldives as one of the Indian Ocean's most distinctive islands. UKULHAS Island, Maldives. Located in Alif Atoll, about 72 kilometers/45 miles west of Malé, UKULHAS is a small but well-organized island community. The island measures roughly 1 kilometer/0.6 miles in length and 200 meters/656 feet in width. It can be fully explored on foot within 20 to 30 minutes. UKULHAS is known for its strong environmental initiatives. It is often cited for effective waste management and beach cleanliness efforts. The western shoreline features a long stretch of white sand. Designated tourist areas provide comfortable access while respecting local customs. A vibrant house reef lies just offshore. Snorkelers frequently encounter reef fish, rays, and occasional reef sharks. Calm lagoon areas make swimming suitable for families. However, currents can strengthen beyond the reef edge. Fishing and community-based tourism support the local economy. Small guest houses, cafes, and dive centers line the sandy streets. Public ferries and speedboats connect UKULHAS to Malé in about 1.5 to 2 hours. Even during peak season, the beach rarely feels overcrowded. UKULHAS combines sustainability, marine beauty, and village life. It stands as one of the Maldives' leading examples of responsible island tourism. DHIGURAH Island, Maldives. In Alif Dal Atoll, about 96 kilometers/60 miles southwest of Malé, DHIGURAH stretches like a narrow strip of white sand. Its name means Long Island, and it extends nearly 3 kilometers/1.8 miles in length. The width in some areas is less than 300 meters/984 feet. The southern tip forms a long sandbank that shifts shape with tides and currents. During low tide, this sandbank becomes a dramatic walking path into shallow waters. DHIGURAH is internationally known for whale shark sightings. These gentle giants are frequently observed in nearby deep channels year-round. Snorkeling tours operate daily, offering chances to see manta rays and reef fish. Visibility often exceeds 20 meters/66 feet in calm conditions. The island has a population of around 600 residents. Fishing and growing guest house tourism support the local economy. Palm-lined sandy streets connect homes, mosques, schools, and small cafes. Fresh tuna dishes and coconut-based curries are common in local restaurants. Speedboats from MALÉ take around 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on sea conditions. DHIGURAH blends marine adventure with a peaceful village setting. It stands as one of the Maldives' most accessible locations for large ocean wildlife encounters. FLIC on FLAC, Mauritius. Along the western coast of Mauritius, FLIC on FLAC stretches beside a calm and wide lagoon. The beach runs for nearly 8 kilometers/5 miles, making it one of the longest on the island. Soft white sand meets shallow turquoise water protected by an offshore coral reef. The reef reduces wave intensity, creating safe swimming areas close to shore. Snorkelers can explore coral patches and reef fish in clear conditions. FLIC and FLAC began as a quiet fishing village. Over time, it developed into one of Mauritius's main coastal tourism centers. Hotels, restaurants, and dive centers now line parts of the shoreline, yet large sections of the beach remain open and accessible to the public. Casuarina trees provide natural shade along the sand. Sunsets over the Indian Ocean are particularly vivid on clear evenings. The nearby town supports small businesses, shops, and local markets. Tourism and service industries form a major part of the local economy. Boat excursions offer dolphin watching and reef exploration offshore. FLIC on FLAC blends relaxed coastal living with modern tourism infrastructure. It stands as one of Mauritius's most accessible and scenic West Coast destinations. FULHADHOO Island. Maldives in Bar Atoll, about 120 kilometers/75 miles northwest of MALÉ. FULHADHOO rests as a quiet and lightly developed island. The island stretches nearly 2 kilometers/1.2 miles in length, with wide sandy areas on both ends. Its population is around 250 residents, preserving a calm village atmosphere. Long sandbanks extend into shallow turquoise waters, especially during low tide. The lagoon remains clear and generally calm under normal sea conditions. A house reef surrounds parts of the island, supporting reef fish and coral life. Snorkeling is possible directly from the shore in several accessible spots. Unlike busier islands, FULHADHOO has limited commercial development, guest houses are few, and large resorts are absent. Fishing remains the main source of income for many families. Small gardens grow coconut and local produce where soil conditions allow. Sandy paths connect simple homes, mosques, and small community buildings. Daily life follows a steady rhythm shaped by tides and fishing schedules. Speedboat transfers from MALÉ take around 2 to 3 hours depending on weather. FULHADHOO offers space, silence, and uninterrupted ocean views. It stands as one of the Maldives' most serene and naturally preserved island escapes. GULHI Island, Maldives. In Carfu Atoll, about 21 kilometers/13 miles south of MALÉ, GULHI Island offers a compact and peaceful setting. The island measures roughly 500 meters/1,640 feet in length and 300 meters/984 feet in width. Its small size allows visitors to walk around the entire island in less than 30 minutes. Despite its scale, GULHI features a surprisingly wide stretch of white sand. A designated beach area provides comfortable access to calm lagoon waters. The surrounding reef protects much of the shoreline from strong waves. Snorkelers often encounter reef fish and small rays in clear conditions. Fishing has long supported the local economy. In recent years, guesthouse tourism has expanded steadily. Simple sandy lanes connect homes, schools, and small family-run cafes. Fresh tuna dishes and coconut-based curries are commonly served. Public ferries and speedboats connect GULHI to MALÉ within 30 to 90 minutes, depending on the vessel. Sunsets here reflect across shallow waters, creating soft color contrasts. GULHI Island blends accessibility with village life and marine beauty. It remains one of the Maldives' closest and most relaxed Indian Ocean island retreats. Nosy Tanikeely Island, Madagascar. Off the southwest coast of Nosy Be, Nosy Tanikeely rises as a small volcanic island surrounded by protected marine waters. The island covers roughly 30 hectares/74 acres, making it compact and easy to explore on foot. It forms part of a designated marine reserve established to protect coral ecosystems. Clear water and strong sunlight create excellent underwater visibility. Snorkeling just meters from the shore reveals vibrant coral gardens and reef fish. A historic lighthouse stands on the island's highest point. It was built during the colonial period and offers wide ocean views. Forest trails lead through dry coastal vegetation and rocky terrain. Lemurs and colorful birds can sometimes be seen in the trees. There are no permanent settlements on the island. Day trips from Nosy Be take about 30 to 45 minutes by boat. Visitors typically spend a few hours swimming, hiking, and relaxing on the beach. Nosy Tanikeely combines marine biodiversity with compact volcanic landscape. It stands as one of Madagascar's most accessible and well-preserved Indian Ocean nature reserves. TOFO, Mozambique. Along Mozambique's southeastern coastline, TOFO faces the open waters of the Indian Ocean. Nosy Tanikeely Island, located in Inhambane province, it sits about 22 kilometers/14 miles from Inhambane city. The shoreline stretches in a wide arc of golden sand. The beach is exposed directly to the ocean, creating consistent waves and strong currents. Swimming requires caution, especially during rough sea conditions. TOFO is internationally known for its marine megafauna. Manta rays and whale sharks are frequently sighted in nearby deep waters. Between June and October, humpback whales migrate along this coastline. Boat tours often observe them breaching offshore. Diving is the main attraction here. Reefs lie between 12 meters and 30 meters/39 feet to 98 feet deep. underwater visibility can vary but often reaches 15 meters/49 feet or more. The local economy depends on fishing and growing marine tourism. Small dive centers, guest houses, and beach cafes line the main road. Fresh seafood, especially prawns and grilled fish, is widely served. Local markets reflect coastal Mozambican culture and daily life. TOFO blends raw ocean energy with remarkable biodiversity. It stands as one of the Indian Ocean's leading destinations for large marine wildlife encounters. Anse Source Beach, Seychelles. On the southeastern coast of MAHÉ, Anse Source Beach stretches along a calm and protected bay. The shoreline runs for nearly 1.5 kilometers/0.9 miles, bordered by gentle granite hills. A coral reef offshore helps reduce wave strength throughout much of the year. This natural barrier creates a shallow lagoon with clear turquoise water. Swimming conditions are generally safe, especially during the calmer northwest monsoon season. Snorkeling near the reef reveals colorful fish and small coral formations. Water visibility often exceeds 10 meters/33 feet in stable weather. Anse Source is also home to one of MAHÉ's main fishing communities. Fresh catch is sold daily, supporting local families and small businesses. Modest guest houses and beachside restaurants line parts of the coast. Creole cuisine featuring grilled fish and coconut flavors is widely served. The nearby village provides essential services, schools, and markets. Life here reflects a balanced mix of tourism and everyday island living. Palm trees and takamaka trees offer natural shade along the sand. Anse Source combines accessibility, calm waters, and community life. It stands as one of MAHÉ's most relaxed and locally grounded coastal destinations. Sainte Anne Marine National Park, Seychelles. Just 5 kilometers/3 miles off the coast of MAHÉ, Sainte Anne Marine National Park protects a cluster of small islands. Established in 1973, it was the first marine park in the Indian Ocean region. The park covers roughly 14.7 square kilometers/5.7 square miles of protected waters. 6 main islands form the core of the park, including Sainte-Anne, Moyenne, and Surf Island. Shallow lagoons and coral reefs dominate the underwater landscape. Clear water allows excellent snorkeling visibility, often exceeding 10 meters/33 feet. Reef fish, sea turtles, and rays are frequently observed in these protected waters. Motorized activities are regulated to reduce environmental impact. Glass-bottom boat tours operate to showcase marine life without disturbing coral. The park supports both conservation and controlled tourism. Fishing is restricted within designated zones to protect biodiversity. Several islands contain short hiking trails and quiet beaches. Boat transfers from MAHÉ typically take 15 to 20 minutes. Marine ecosystems here include seagrass beds and coral gardens. These habitats play a key role in sustaining local fisheries. Sainte-Anne Marine National Park reflects Seychelles' commitment to ocean conservation. It stands as a model for balancing tourism with long-term marine protection in the Indian Ocean. Anse Source Beach, Seychelles. On the eastern coast of MAHÉ, Anse Source Beach curves gently along a quiet residential shoreline. Located about 12 kilometers/7.5 miles south of Victoria, it remains less crowded than northern beaches. The coastline stretches for roughly 1 kilometer/0.6 miles beside shallow lagoon waters. An offshore coral reef reduces wave intensity throughout much of the year. This creates calm swimming conditions, especially during the northwest monsoon season. The lagoon floor is mostly sandy with scattered seagrass patches. Snorkeling near the reef edge reveals small reef fish and coral fragments. Anse Source is also a working fishing area. Colorful wooden boats are often pulled onto the sand after early morning trips. The nearby Seychelles International Airport lies only a few minutes away. Despite this proximity, the beach often feels peaceful and residential. Local homes, small guest houses, and modest shops line the inland road. Tourism and fishing together support the local economy. Palm trees and takamaka trees provide natural shade along the shore. Anse Source offers simplicity, accessibility, and authentic island life. It stands as one of MAHÉ's understated coastal retreats within the Indian Ocean. Praslin Beach, Seychelles. On the southwestern coast of MAHÉ, Praslin Beach opens into a broad and sheltered bay. The shoreline stretches for nearly 1.5 kilometers/0.9 miles, bordered by granite hills and dense greenery. Fine white sand meets calm turquoise waters shaped by seasonal winds. An offshore reef reduces strong waves during much of the year. Swimming is generally comfortable, especially in calmer monsoon periods. The bay is named after French explorer Lazare Picoult, who anchored nearby in the 18th century. This adds a subtle historical layer to the coastal setting. Fishing remains part of daily life for nearby residents. Small boats are often seen resting along the edge of the bay. Upscale resorts and private villas line sections of the shoreline. Tourism forms a key part of the local economy. Snorkeling near rocky edges reveals reef fish and coral patches. Sunsets here reflect warmly across the water during clear evenings. The surrounding hills create a natural amphitheater effect around the bay. Access by road offers scenic coastal views along the way. Praslin combines history, community life, and protected lagoon waters. It stands as one of MAHÉ's most balanced and visually striking Indian Ocean beaches. Watamu, Kenya. Along Kenya's northern coast, Watamu faces the warm waters of the Indian Ocean within a protected marine zone. Located about 105 kilometers/65 miles north of Mombasa, it lies near the town of Malindi. The coastline features white sand beaches shaped by tidal movement. Watamu Marine National Park was established in 1968. It protects coral reefs, seagrass beds, and diverse marine species. Clear lagoon waters create good conditions for snorkeling and diving. Visibility often exceeds 15 meters/49 feet during calm weather. Green sea turtles frequently nest along parts of the shoreline. Conservation groups operate locally to support marine protection efforts. Beyond the beach, mangrove forests and Maida Creek add ecological diversity. These wetlands support bird life and small-scale fishing communities. Tourism, fishing, and small businesses drive the local economy. Boutique hotels and eco-lodges line the coast. Fresh seafood and Swahili-inspired dishes are common in local restaurants. Coconut, spices, and grilled fish shape much of the cuisine. Waterfall blends marine conservation with coastal culture. It stands as one of Kenya's most environmentally significant Indian Ocean destinations. Beau-Vallon Beach, Seychelles. On the northwest coast of MAHÉ, Beau-Vallon Beach stretches in a wide and gently curving bay. The shoreline runs for nearly 1.7 kilometers (1.05 miles), framed by granite hills and open sea. Unlike many beaches on MAHÉ, it has no extensive coral reef directly offshore. This allows clearer open water views but can bring moderate waves during certain seasons. Swimming is generally safe in calm conditions, especially between April and October. Beau-Vallon is one of the island's most active coastal areas. Hotels, dive centers, and water sports operators line parts of the beachfront. Jet skiing, paddleboarding, and boat excursions operate regularly from the bay. Snorkeling is possible near rocky edges at either end of the beach. The area hosts weekly local markets featuring crafts and Creole food. Grilled fish, curries, and tropical fruit are commonly available. Fishing boats are often seen offshore at sunrise. Tourism and hospitality form a major part of the local economy. Sunsets here are especially vivid as the sun drops directly over the horizon. Beau-Vallon blends accessibility, activity, and natural coastal beauty. It stands as MAHÉ's most vibrant and well-known Indian Ocean beach destination. Anse Source Beach, Seychelles. On the eastern coast of La Digue, Anse Source Beach lies beyond forest trails and granite outcrops. Reaching the beach requires a hike of about 30 to 45 minutes from Grand Anse. The path winds through tropical vegetation and rocky terrain. Anse Source remains more secluded than many other beaches on the island. Its shoreline stretches wide with soft sand and open ocean views. Unlike reef-protected lagoons, this beach faces stronger Indian Ocean swells. Swimming in the open water can be dangerous during rough conditions. However, natural rock pools form along one end of the beach. These pools create safer bathing areas during calmer tides. Granite boulders shape the coastline into dramatic formations. The contrast between blue water and pale stone creates striking scenery. There are no permanent restaurants or shops on the beach. Visitors usually bring water and supplies for the day. LAZIO's population of around 3,000 residents keeps development limited. Bicycles remain the island's main form of transport. Anse Source offers isolation, raw coastal energy, and natural beauty. It stands as one of Seychelles' most adventurous and less visited Indian Ocean beaches. Anse La Réunion, Seychelles. On the western coast of LAZIO, Anse La Réunion stretches close to the island's small harbour. This beach lies just minutes from the jetty, making it one of the most accessible shores. The shoreline extends for nearly 1 kilometre/0.6 miles along shallow lagoon waters. A coral reef offshore reduces strong wave activity for much of the year. Swimming is generally calm, especially during favorable seasonal winds. Granite formations appear at intervals along the sand. These natural features frame the bay and add visual depth to the coastline. Fishing boats are often anchored near the shore. Local fishermen bring in daily catch that supplies nearby restaurants. LAZIO has a population of around 3,000 residents. Bicycles remain the primary mode of transport across the island. Small guest houses, shops and cafes line the inland road. Creole dishes featuring fresh fish and coconut flavors are commonly served. Sunsets here are especially noticeable as the sun lowers behind distant islands. Anse La Réunion blends community life with calm lagoon scenery. It stands as La Digue's welcoming and practical Indian Ocean coastal setting. FULHADHOO Lagoon, Maldives. Just south of MAHÉ, FULHADHOO Lagoon spreads across a wide stretch of clear turquoise water. It lies within Korfu Atoll and is only about 10 kilometers/6 miles from the capital. Speedboat transfers usually take 15 to 20 minutes. The lagoon is known for its calm, shallow waters protected by a surrounding reef. This natural barrier reduces wave strength throughout most of the year. Several luxury resorts are built on its edges and over water platforms. Private villas extend directly above the lagoon's clear surface. The area gained international attention through the Crossroads Maldives development. This integrated marina project combines hospitality, retail, and leisure facilities. Water visibility is often strong, supporting snorkeling and paddle activities. Coral patches and reef fish are visible near the reef drop-offs. The lagoon floor is mostly sandy, creating bright blue and green color gradients. These shades shift throughout the day depending on sunlight angle. Tourism and marine recreation drive the local economy here. Yachting and inter-island boat transfers operate regularly. FULHADHOO Lagoon blends accessibility with high-end ocean living. It stands as one of the Maldives' most developed and visually striking lagoon environments. Anse Major, Seychelles. On the northwestern coast of MAHÉ, Anse Major lies hidden beyond granite cliffs and forested hills. There is no direct road access to this beach. Visitors reach it by hiking a coastal trail of about 1.5 kilometers/0.9 miles from Belombre. The path runs along elevated granite terrain with open views of the Indian Ocean. Sections of the trail are uneven and require steady footing. The beach itself forms a small, sheltered cove framed by rocky headlands. Soft sand meets clear turquoise water protected partly by offshore reef structures. Swimming conditions are generally calm during favorable seasonal winds. However, currents can strengthen depending on tide and weather. Anse Major is often quieter than more accessible beaches. Its relative isolation limits large-scale commercial activity. A small seasonal refreshment stand may operate during peak periods. Most visitors bring water and supplies for the hike. The surrounding forest supports endemic plant species and coastal vegetation. Birdlife is commonly observed along the trail and shoreline. Boat excursions from Beau Vallon occasionally stop in the bay. Anse Major combines hiking adventure with secluded coastal scenery. It stands as one of MAHÉ's most rewarding and naturally preserved Indian Ocean beach experiences. FULHADHOO Island, Maldives. In Laviani Atoll, about 150 kilometers/93 miles north of Malé, FULHADHOO Island stretches across clear lagoon waters. The island measures nearly 1.8 kilometers/1.1 miles in length, making it one of the larger resort islands. Wide sandy beaches circle the shoreline in a continuous ring. A surrounding coral reef protects much of the lagoon from strong ocean waves. Snorkeling is possible directly from the beach in several sections. The reef supports coral formations, reef fish, and occasional sea turtles. Visibility often exceeds 20 meters/66 feet during calm sea conditions. FULHADHOO is fully developed as a resort island. Tourism is the primary economic driver, with staff drawn from across the Maldives. Facilities include dive centers, water sports stations, and marine excursions. Scuba diving sites nearby reach depths beyond 30 meters/98 feet. The island also features one of the Maldives' few golf courses. This adds a unique recreational option rarely found on coral islands. Overwater villas and beachfront bungalows line different sections of the coast. FULHADHOO blends scale, marine biodiversity, and structured resort living. It stands as one of the Maldives' most established and activity-focused Indian Ocean destinations. LAZIO, Seychelles. East of Praslin, LAZIO rises gently from clear turquoise waters with granite hills and quiet villages. The island covers about 10 square kilometers/3.9 square miles and has a population of around 3,000 residents. It is the third most populated island in Seychelles. LADIG is known for its limited motor traffic. Bicycles and ox carts remain common forms of transport. Granite formations shape much of the coastline. These ancient rocks create dramatic contrasts against white sand beaches. Anse Source D Argent is one of the island's most photographed shores. Its calm lagoon waters are protected by an offshore reef. Inland, small farms grow vanilla, coconut and tropical fruits. Fishing and tourism support the local economy. The island's interior features forested hills and walking trails. Nid-Daegal rises to about 333 meters (1,093 feet above sea level. Guest houses and boutique hotels are spread across the island. Creole cuisine featuring fresh seafood is widely served in small restaurants. LADIG combines slow-paced village life with striking coastal scenery. It stands as one of the Indian Ocean's most tranquil and visually distinctive island destinations. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Off the coast of East Africa, Zanzibar rises from the Indian Ocean as a historic island crossroads. The main island, Unguja, covers about 1,666 square kilometers /643 square miles. It lies roughly 35 kilometers /22 miles from mainland Tanzania. White sand beaches stretch along the eastern and northern coasts. Coral reefs offshore protect shallow lagoons ideal for swimming and snorkeling. Stone Town, the historic core, reflects centuries of maritime trade. Narrow streets and carved wooden doors show layered cultural influences. Spice farming remains central to the island's identity. Cloves, nutmeg and cinnamon are cultivated in inland plantations. Fishing and tourism form the backbone of the local economy. Traditional wooden dhows are often seen sailing near the coastline. The population of Zanzibar exceeds 1.6 million across its islands. Swahili culture shapes language, music, and daily life. Marine excursions offer dolphin sightings and reef exploration. Sunsets over the western coast draw visitors each evening. Zanzibar blends coastal beauty with rich trading history. It stands as one of the Indian Ocean's most culturally layered and scenic island destinations. FUVAHMULAH Island, Maldives. In the northern THODDOO atoll, FUVAHMULAH Island rests near the Maldives' uppermost boundary. The island stretches about 4 kilometers/2.5 miles in length and nearly 1 kilometer/0.6 miles in width. It is one of the larger inhabited islands in the region. Unlike many coral islands, FUVAHMULAH features a natural freshwater lake. This rare feature supports small-scale agriculture and vegetation growth. Fishing remains a primary source of income for many residents. Coconut palms and limited farming contribute to daily life. FUVAHMULAH International Airport serves northern atolls. This airport improves connectivity with Malay and regional destinations. Beaches on the island are wide and relatively undeveloped. Clear lagoon waters provide calm swimming areas in protected sections. Snorkeling reveals reef fish and coral structures near the drop-offs. Visibility often improves during stable weather conditions. The island has a population of around 3,000 residents. Community life centers around schools, markets and fishing harbors. Tourism remains modest compared to southern atolls. FUVAHMULAH blends local livelihood, rare freshwater ecology, and quiet coastlines. It stands as one of the Maldives' most distinctive northern Indian Ocean islands. UKULHAS Island, Maldives. In South Malay Atoll, about 34 kilometers/21 miles from Malay, UKULHAS Island stretches across a clear blue lagoon. The island measures roughly 800 meters/2,625 feet in length, surrounded by shallow turquoise waters. Speedboat transfers from the capital usually take 45 to 60 minutes. A broad coral reef protects much of the lagoon from strong ocean waves. This creates calm conditions suitable for swimming and paddle activities. Overwater villas extend above the lagoon, connected by wooden walkways. Beachfront accommodations line the inner curve of the island. Snorkeling reveals reef fish, coral patches, and occasional sea turtles. Nearby dive sites range from 10 meters to 30 meters/33 feet to 98 feet deep. The island operates as a full-service resort destination. Tourism forms the primary economic activity supporting staff and services. Marine excursions include sunset cruises and reef exploration trips. Clear waters often allow visibility beyond 20 meters/66 feet in stable conditions. Palm trees provide natural shade along sections of the sandbank. UKULHAS Valley blends structured resort living with open lagoon scenery. It stands as one of South Malay Atoll's well-established Indian Ocean island retreats. Ba Atoll, Maldives. In the central western Maldives, Ba Atoll spreads across a chain of coral islands and deep blue channels. It lies about 120 kilometers (75 miles) northwest of Malé and includes more than 75 islands. Only around 13 of these islands are permanently inhabited. In 2011, Ba Atoll was designated a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. This recognition highlights its ecological importance and marine biodiversity. The atoll is famous for Hanifaru Bay, a seasonal gathering site for manta rays. Between May and November, large numbers of manta rays feed in plankton-rich waters. Whale sharks are also occasionally sighted in deeper channels. Snorkeling conditions can be excellent during calm sea periods. Coral reefs here support reef fish, turtles, and diverse marine life. Visibility often reaches 15 meters (49 feet or more in clear weather. Local islands rely on fishing and growing community-based tourism. Resort islands contribute significantly to the regional economy. Some islands feature agricultural plots where soil conditions allow cultivation. Coconut palms remain common across the atoll. Boat transfers and seaplanes connect Ba Atoll to the capital. Ba Atoll blends conservation, marine intensity, and island life. It stands as one of the Maldives' most environmentally significant Indian Ocean regions. Mirissa, Sri Lanka. On the southern coast of Sri Lanka, Mirissa curves around a sheltered bay facing the open Indian Ocean. Located about 150 kilometers (93 miles) south of Colombo, it is reached in roughly 2.5 to 3 hours by road. The beach stretches for nearly 1 kilometer (0.6 miles) along soft golden sand. Palm trees line the shore, providing shade during the warm tropical afternoons. Calm waters near the eastern end are suitable for swimming in stable conditions. Marissa is internationally known for whale watching. Between November and April, blue whales and sperm whales are often sighted offshore. Boat tours depart early in the morning toward deeper waters. Sightings depend on weather and migration patterns. A small hill known as Parrot Rock offers elevated coastal views. From the top, the bay's curve and reef lines are clearly visible. Fishing remains part of the local economy. Traditional wooden boats are pulled onto the sand after daily trips. Tourism has expanded over the past 2 decades. Guest houses, cafes, and small hotels line the inland road. Seafood dishes, rice, and coconut-based curries are widely served. Marissa blends marine wildlife encounters with relaxed beach life. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's most recognized Indian Ocean coastal destinations. Hirikatia Beach, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's southern coastline, Hirikatia Beach forms a small horseshoe-shaped bay near Dikwela. It lies about 180 kilometers/112 miles south of Colombo, accessible in roughly 3 to 4 hours by road. The bay is naturally sheltered by rocky headlands on both sides. This protection creates consistent waves suitable for beginner and intermediate surfers. During calmer months, swimming is possible in the inner section of the bay. The shoreline is relatively compact, stretching for about 300 meters/984 feet. Palm trees and low cliffs frame the sand and shallow lagoon. In recent years, Hirikatia has grown into a small surf-centered community. Guest houses, cafes, and yoga studios line the narrow inland roads. Fishing boats are often anchored at one side of the bay. Local fishermen continue traditional coastal practices. Surf schools operate seasonally, especially between November and April. Wave conditions vary depending on monsoon patterns. Fresh seafood and rice-based dishes are widely served in nearby eateries. Hirikatia blends surf culture with natural coastal charm. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's emerging Indian Ocean beach destinations. Weligama, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's southern coast, Weligama opens into a wide and gently curving bay. Located about 145 kilometers or 90 miles south of Colombo, it is easily reached by road or rail. The name Weligama means sandy village, reflecting its broad shoreline. The bay stretches for nearly 2 kilometers (1.2 miles), offering shallow waters close to shore. These calm conditions make it one of the country's most beginner-friendly surf locations. Small, consistent waves break over a sandy bottom. Surf schools operate year-round, especially between November and April. Traditional stilt fishermen are sometimes seen along nearby coastal sections. This unique fishing method has become a cultural symbol of the region. Fishing and tourism form the backbone of the local economy. Colorful boats line parts of the beach after early morning trips. Praslin Island, a small rocky islet, sits just offshore. It measures about 2.5 acres (1 hectare) and is accessible during low tide. Guest houses, cafes, and boutique hotels stretch along the bay. Seafood, rice, and coconut-based curries are widely served. Weligama blends surf culture, fishing heritage, and open coastal scenery. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's most accessible and relaxed Indian Ocean beach towns. Galle Dutch Fort, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's southern coast, Galle Dutch Fort stands on a rocky peninsula facing the Indian Ocean. Located about 125 kilometers or 78 miles south of Colombo, it overlooks both harbour and open sea. The fortified area covers roughly 36 hectares (89 acres). The original fortifications were built by the Portuguese in the 16th century. They were later expanded and strengthened by the Dutch in the 17th century. Thick ramparts encircle the old town, rising above sea level. Walking along these walls offers wide ocean views and sunset panoramas. Inside the fort, narrow streets follow a grid pattern. Colonial-era buildings now house museums, cafes, galleries, and small hotels. GULHI became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. It is recognized as one of the best preserved European-built forts in Asia. The harbour once played a major role in Indian Ocean trade routes. Today, tourism and small businesses drive the local economy. Boutiques sell handicrafts, textiles, and local spices. Seafood and rice-based dishes are common in nearby restaurants. Gala Dutch Fort blends maritime history with coastal scenery. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's most significant and visually distinctive Indian Ocean landmarks. Kalk Bay, South Africa. Along the western edge of False Bay, Kalk Bay faces the cool waters of the Indian Ocean. Located about 30 kilometers or 19 miles south of Cape Town, it lies between the ocean and steep mountains. The village developed around a natural harbour that still functions today. Colourful fishing boats line the working harbour. Fresh catch is sold daily, supporting a long-standing fishing community. The coastline here is rocky rather than sandy. Waves break directly against stone walls and tidal pools. Kalk Bay once served as a key centre for commercial fishing. Today, tourism and small businesses share importance with maritime activity. Narrow streets climb uphill from the harbour. Historic buildings now house bookshops, galleries, and cafes. The nearby tidal pool offers safer swimming during calm conditions. Harbour seals are often seen resting along the docks. The surrounding mountains form part of the Table Mountain National Park region. Railway tracks run directly along the coast, offering scenic ocean views. Kalk Bay blends fishing heritage with coastal village life. It stands as one of South Africa's most character-rich Indian Ocean seaside communities. Surf Island, Seychelles. Just 4 kilometers / 2.5 miles off the coast of MAHÉ, Surf Island rests within St. Anne Marine National Park. The island covers about 1.7 square kilometers / 0.66 square miles and is surrounded by shallow turquoise lagoons. It is one of 6 main islands inside the protected marine park. Dense tropical vegetation covers much of the interior. Walking trails connect small coves and elevated viewpoints. The surrounding reef creates calm swimming conditions in many areas. Snorkeling reveals coral patches, reef fish, and occasional sea turtles. Surf Island has no large-scale development. Small boutique resorts and private villas operate with limited capacity. Boat transfers from MAHÉ typically take 10 to 15 minutes. This proximity makes day trips convenient and frequent. Fishing is restricted within park boundaries to protect marine biodiversity. Tourism operates under conservation guidelines. White sand beaches curve around the island's sheltered bays. Granite outcrops shape parts of the coastline. Surf Island combines privacy, marine protection, and natural scenery. It stands as one of Seychelles' most peaceful and environmentally preserved Indian Ocean island retreats. Hikkaduwa, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's southwestern coast, Hikkaduwa stretches along a lively and sunlit shoreline. Located about 100 kilometers / 62 miles south of Colombo, it is accessible by road and coastal railway. The beach runs for nearly 4 kilometers / 2.5 miles beside clear Indian Ocean waters. Hikkaduwa is known for its coral reef, one of the oldest marine sanctuaries in Sri Lanka. The reef lies close to shore, making snorkeling easily accessible. Visibility often reaches 10 meters / 33 feet in calm conditions. Sea turtles are frequently seen feeding near shallow coral patches. The town gained international attention in the 1970s as a surf destination. Consistent waves break along certain sections of the coastline. Tourism, fishing, and small-scale trade drive the local economy. Colorful boats line parts of the beach after early morning trips. Local markets sell handicrafts, batik textiles, and fresh seafood. Rice dishes and coconut-based curries are common in nearby restaurants. Boat rides operate over reef areas for close marine viewing. Hikkaduwa blends marine biodiversity with energetic beach culture. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's most established and active Indian Ocean coastal towns. Anse Source, Seychelles. On the southwestern coast of MAHÉ, Anse Source curves around a broad and shallow bay. The shoreline stretches for nearly 1.8 kilometers/1.1 miles, bordered by gentle green hills. A coral reef offshore reduces wave strength during most of the year. This natural barrier creates a wide lagoon with calm, shallow water. Swimming conditions are generally suitable, especially during stable seasonal winds. The sandy bottom and clear water make it comfortable for families. Small fish and seagrass patches are visible in the lagoon. Anse Source remains quieter than more developed beaches. Large-scale tourism infrastructure is limited in this area. Fishing continues as a local livelihood. Wooden boats are often seen resting along the inner edge of the bay. Guest houses and modest villas line the coastal road. Tourism and fishing together support the local economy. Sunsets reflect softly across the sheltered water. The bay's wide curve creates an open yet protected coastal atmosphere. Anse Source blends simplicity, community life, and calm lagoon scenery. It stands as one of MAHÉ's most relaxed and naturally sheltered Indian Ocean beaches. Anse Source Beach, Seychelles. On the southeastern coast of MAHÉ, Anse Source Beach stretches along a quiet and open shoreline. Located about 25 kilometers or 15.5 miles south of Victoria, it remains less developed than northern beaches. The sand extends for nearly 1 kilometer/0.6 miles beside clear turquoise water. Granite hills and tropical vegetation form a natural backdrop behind the beach. An offshore reef provides partial protection from strong waves. Swimming conditions vary with seasonal winds. During calmer months, the lagoon is suitable for relaxed bathing. Snorkeling near rocky edges reveals small reef fish and coral patches. Water clarity often improves in stable weather conditions. Anse Source has a quiet residential atmosphere. Small guest houses and private villas line sections of the inland road. Fishing remains part of daily life for some local families. Tourism and small-scale hospitality contribute to the local economy. The beach rarely feels crowded, even during peak travel seasons. Open space and steady sea breeze define its character. Anse Source blends privacy, natural scenery, and coastal calmness. It stands as one of MAHÉ's more secluded Indian Ocean beach settings. Dallawela Beach, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's southern coastline, Dallawela Beach lies near Unawatuna, facing the Indian Ocean. Located about 130 kilometers/81 miles south of Colombo, it is easily reached by coastal road. The shoreline is relatively compact, stretching for roughly 400 meters/1,312 feet. A coral reef offshore helps reduce strong wave activity. This creates calmer swimming conditions during stable weather periods. The beach is known for its leaning palm tree positioned over the sand. It has become a recognizable landmark for visitors. Snorkeling near the reef reveals small coral patches and reef fish. Sea turtles are occasionally seen feeding close to shore. Dallawela remains quieter than larger nearby beaches. Small guest houses and boutique villas line the inland side. Fishing boats are often anchored along one end of the bay. Tourism and small-scale fishing support the local economy. Natural rock pools form near certain sections during low tide. These pools create shallow areas for relaxed bathing. Cafes nearby serve seafood, rice dishes, and coconut-based curries. Dallawela blends intimate scale with protected lagoon waters. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's more peaceful Indian Ocean coastal retreats. Anse Beach, Seychelles. On the southern coast of La Digue, Anse lies beyond rugged granite terrain and coastal forest. There is no direct road access to this beach. Visitors typically reach it on foot with a local guide due to complex rocky paths. The hike crosses granite slabs shaped by centuries of erosion. Some sections require careful footing and navigation. Anse forms a secluded cove framed by large granite boulders. These formations create natural pools along the shoreline. Unlike open ocean beaches, these rock pools offer sheltered bathing areas. Water depth varies depending on tide and sea conditions. The beach itself is relatively small, with coarse sand and scattered stones. Strong ocean swells can occur beyond the rocky barriers. There are no permanent facilities or shops nearby. Visitors usually carry water and essentials for the journey. La Digue's limited motor traffic preserves a quiet island atmosphere. Fishing and small-scale tourism support the local economy. The surrounding hills and granite formations create dramatic scenery. Anse combines isolation, natural rock pools, and adventurous access. It stands as one of Seychelles' most remote and visually distinctive Indian Ocean beaches. Anse Beach, Seychelles. On the southwestern coast of MAHÉ, Anse stretches beneath tall palm trees and dense tropical greenery. Located about 30 kilometers (18.5 miles) from Victoria, it sits along a scenic coastal road. The shoreline extends for nearly 1 kilometer (0.6 miles) beside clear Indian Ocean waters. Granite hills rise behind the beach, forming a natural backdrop. An offshore reef provides partial protection from strong waves. Swimming conditions vary depending on seasonal winds. During calmer months, the lagoon is suitable for relaxed bathing. The sand is fine and light-colored, contrasting with deep blue ocean tones. Snorkeling near rocky sections reveals small reef fish and coral patches. Anse remains quieter than more central beaches on MAHÉ. Small guest houses and private villas are scattered nearby. Fishing continues as a local livelihood for some residents. Tourism and hospitality services support the coastal economy. Takamaka trees, native to the Seychelles, line parts of the shore. These trees provide natural shade throughout the day. Anse Takamaka blends greenery, granite landscapes, and open sea views. It stands as one of MAHÉ's most scenic and naturally framed Indian Ocean beaches. Negombo, Sri Lanka. On Sri Lanka's western coast, Negombo stretches along a broad sandy shoreline near the Indian Ocean. Located about 10 kilometers or 6 miles from Bandaranaike International Airport, it is often the first stop for visitors. Colombo lies roughly 37 kilometers/23 miles to the south. The beach runs for nearly 3 kilometers/1.8 miles, bordered by palm trees and guest houses. Waves can be moderate, depending on seasonal wind patterns. Negombo is widely known for its fishing industry. Large catamarans and colorful boats line the shore after early morning trips. The town also features an extensive lagoon system. Mangroves and canals connect inland waterways to the open sea. Fishing and tourism form the backbone of the local economy. Fresh seafood markets operate daily near the harbour. Dutch-era canals remain part of the town's historic layout. They once supported colonial trade and transportation networks. Small hotels, cafes, and seafood restaurants line the coastal road. Rice dishes, curries, and grilled fish are widely served. Negombo blends coastal livelihood with accessible beach life. It stands as one of Sri Lanka's most convenient and active Indian Ocean gateway towns. Madagascar Island, Maldives. In Kafu Atoll, about 27 kilometers/17 miles south of Malé, Madagascar stands as one of the Maldives' most visited local islands. The island measures roughly 1.2 kilometers/0.75 miles in length and 250 meters/820 feet in width. It can be explored on foot within a short time. Madagascar was among the first inhabited islands to develop guesthouse tourism. This shift began in the early 2000s and transformed the local economy. Fishing once dominated daily life. Today, tourism and marine excursions provide major income for residents. a designated bikini beach offers white sand and calm lagoon waters. An offshore reef reduces strong wave impact in many areas. Snorkeling tours operate daily to nearby reefs and sandbanks. Water visibility often exceeds 15 meters/49 feet in good weather. The island has a population of around 2,500 residents. Small shops, cafes, and dive centers line the sandy streets. Public ferries connect Mafushi to Malé in about 1.5 to 2 hours. Speedboats reduce travel time to roughly 30 minutes. Mafushi blends affordability, accessibility, and marine beauty. It stands as one of the Maldives' most active and community-driven Indian Ocean island destinations. Stone Town, Tanzania. On the western coast of Unguja Island, Stone Town faces the Indian Ocean with layered maritime history. It forms the historic center of Zanzibar and covers roughly 1 square kilometer/0.4 square miles. The town developed as a major trading hub from the 18th century onward. Narrow streets weave between coral stone buildings and carved wooden doors. Balconies and shaded courtyards reflect centuries of coastal craftsmanship. Stone Town became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. It is recognized for its unique blend of African, Arab, and European influences. The harbour once connected East Africa to wider Indian Ocean trade networks. Today, ferries and fishing boats operate from the same waterfront. Markets sell spices, seafood, and handcrafted goods. Cloves and other spices remain central to the island's identity. Tourism, trade, and small businesses drive the local economy. Many historic buildings now serve as museums, hotels, and cultural centers. Sunset views along the seafront promenade attract residents and visitors alike. Stone Town blends architecture, commerce, and coastal setting. It stands as one of the Indian Ocean's most historically layered island cities. Hermanus Town, South Africa. Along the southern coast of South Africa, Hermanus overlooks the meeting point of mountain and ocean. Located about 120 kilometers (75 miles) southeast of Cape Town, it faces Walker Bay in the Indian Ocean. The town sits between rugged cliffs and rolling green hills. Hermanus is internationally known for whale watching. Southern right whales approach the coastline between June and November. Cliffside paths stretch for nearly 12 kilometers (7.5 miles) along the shoreline. These trails allow land-based whale viewing without boat excursions. The town has a population of around 35,000 residents. Fishing, tourism, and wine production support the regional economy. Nearby vineyards in the Hemel and Arde Valley contribute to local agriculture. Coastal restaurants serve fresh seafood sourced from surrounding waters. The new harbour remains active with small fishing vessels. Old Harbour preserves maritime heritage and historical displays. Rocky shores and tidal pools create varied coastal scenery. Strong ocean currents shape the dramatic seascape. Hermanus blends marine wildlife encounters with small-town character. It stands as one of South Africa's most recognized Indian Ocean coastal destinations. Port Louis, Mauritius. On the northwest coast of Mauritius, Port Louis sits between a natural harbour and steep mountain peaks. Founded in 1735 by the French, it became a key port along Indian Ocean trade routes. Today, it serves as the capital and economic centre of Mauritius. The harbour remains one of the island's busiest commercial gateways. Shipping, finance, and logistics play major roles in the city's economy. The skyline blends colonial-era buildings with modern offices. Government institutions and business headquarters are concentrated in the downtown district. The central market offers fresh produce, spices, and local crafts. Street vendors sell tropical fruits and traditional Mauritian snacks. The Cordon waterfront provides shopping areas and marina views. Tour boats and small yachts operate from the harbour. Mountains such as Le Pouce rise behind the city at about 812 meters (2,664 feet). These peaks create a dramatic backdrop against the ocean. The population of the metropolitan area exceeds 150,000 residents. It reflects a multicultural society shaped by African, Asian, and European influences. Port Louis combines maritime heritage with modern commerce. It stands as the administrative and economic heart of Mauritius within the Indian Ocean region. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Along Tanzania's eastern coastline, Dar es Salaam faces the warm waters of the Indian Ocean. Located about 75 kilometers/47 miles south of Zanzibar, it serves as the country's largest city. The metropolitan population exceeds 6 million residents. Founded in the 19th century, the city grew as a coastal trading port. Today, it remains Tanzania's main commercial and maritime hub. The port of Dar es Salaam handles cargo for several inland African countries. Shipping, trade, and finance drive much of the local economy. Palm-lined beaches such as Coco Beach stretch along the northern coast. Offshore islands like Bongoyo offer quieter lagoon settings. Fishing communities operate near the harbour and along coastal neighbourhoods. Traditional wooden boats are still used for short sea journeys. Modern business districts rise beside historic colonial-era buildings. Markets sell spices, seafood, and locally crafted goods. The city's climate is tropical, with warm temperatures throughout the year. Dar es Salaam blends rapid urban growth with coastal heritage. It stands as one of East Africa's most important Indian Ocean gateway cities. Cape Town, South Africa. At the southwestern tip of Africa, Cape Town rises between mountains and ocean. Located about 1,600 kilometers (994 miles) southwest of Johannesburg, it sits near the meeting point of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. False Bay, on the eastern side of the peninsula, connects directly to the Indian Ocean. Table Mountain towers above the city at 1,086 meters (3,563 feet). Its flat summit defines the skyline and overlooks both coastline and harbour. Cape Town developed as a key maritime stop in the 17th century. It became a vital resupply station for ships navigating long ocean routes. Today, the Port of Cape Town remains active with cargo and cruise vessels. Tourism, trade and technology contribute significantly to the local economy. Clifton and Camps Bay offer wide beaches facing open waters. In False Bay, calmer conditions attract swimmers and surfers. Fishing communities operate along the coast, especially in nearby Kalk Bay. Seafood markets and harbour restaurants reflect maritime heritage. The city's population exceeds 4.5 million in the greater metropolitan area. Modern districts blend with historic architecture and waterfront developments. Cape Town combines dramatic landscapes with global connectivity. It stands as one of Africa's most iconic and strategically positioned oceanfront cities. Tanga, Tanzania. Along Tanzania's northern coastline, Tanga rests quietly beside the Indian Ocean. Located about 75 kilometers (47 miles) south of the Kenyan border, it serves as a regional port city. The population exceeds 300,000 residents across the metropolitan area. Tanga developed as a trading center in the late 19th century. German colonial architecture still appears in parts of the old town. The Port of Tanga handles agricultural exports and regional cargo shipments. Fishing and small-scale trade support many local families. Palm-lined beaches stretch along the coast, though they remain less commercialized. Offshore reefs create shallow waters suitable for relaxed swimming. The nearby Amboni Caves lie about 8 kilometers/5 miles inland. These limestone formations are among the largest cave systems in East Africa. Spice farming and sisal production contribute to the surrounding economy. Local markets sell fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and Swahili dishes. Traditional wooden boats are often seen near the harbour. Coastal life continues at a steady, unhurried pace. Tanga blends maritime heritage with understated coastal scenery. It stands as one of Tanzania's quieter yet historically layered Indian Ocean towns. From the granite shores of Seychelles to the coral atolls of the Maldives, the Indian Ocean reveals landscapes shaped by water, wind, and time. We explored historic ports, quiet fishing villages, marine reserves, and open coastal cities. Each destination showed how ocean life and human culture remain closely connected. These islands and shores remind us that beauty here is both powerful and fragile. And wherever your next journey takes you, may it be full of wonder. If this journey across the Indian Ocean inspired you, please like and subscribe. It is completely free, yet it truly supports the effort behind every documentary. And tell us in the comments, which country should we explore next?